Hi, I'm Veronica Bruno with Culture S. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. The show is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I think it's stunning. The books are very dialogue driven. What was your process to, dragging action out of it and making it such an action-packed series? It's almost shocking after you read the books and see the series.
I think that anyone who's read the books knows, particularly 70 years after they've been written, that it would be virtually impossible to do a straight line for line adaptation of the books. And even Asimov himself had said that he knew that the books would have to be changed if they were brought to screen. Um, you know,
Sure.
uh, One of my crew members said that the books are a lot of guys sitting around in rooms smoking space tobacco, talking about big ideas,
Yeah.
amazing ideas. It's funny. A lot there is action that is mentioned in the books, but most of it happens off screen. The sack of Trent or the fall of the Empire literally happens in between chapters. Um, so it's I what I'd like to believe is I knew that we would have to dramatize some of that action, but more importantly, that we would have to dramatize the emotion and the relationships between the
Yes.
characters. And so for me, I was primarily focused on emotion and character and figuring out ways that I could create characters or expand upon characters that were living and breathing embodiments of the ideas and the concepts that Asimov was talking about in the books.
Yeah, I mean it's just it's so cool to see it visualized. With now you work with Asimov's daughter, she's a producer on the series, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, if you could talk about that, how what it was like to, get her approval in the Asimov estate and how they felt about this production because it's been stop and start so many times in the
I know.
past.
I know. There have been many, many attempts to adapt Foundation in the past. I myself was offered the opportunity to adapt it twice before in my career as a feature, twice before I turned it down. And this time, I think justifiably, Robin and the estate were a bit gun shy because there have been so many attempts. I had to present my basic concept, and that also involved gender flipping Gale and Salver. And Robin Asimov was very supportive of that. She felt that her father would have been very supportive of that. And then I sent her the first two episodes, and she was again very supportive of them. And so it's nice to know, it's important to me to know that Robin and the Asimov estate are behind the sort of creative changes that we've made.
Sure. And if you could, I have one more question left. So what was it like directing the last episode? If there's anything that you want the audience to really look out for, spoiler free.
The last episode, it was interesting because I ended up directing the last episode in four different countries, spread out over the course of 6 different months. So the important thing for me was just making sure that we land the plane in terms of the emotion. But because I'd written or co-written the episodes and I was sort of working on it behind the scenes, I was able to talk to the actors at every moment and say, even though we filmed the first part of this scene 6 months ago in another country, here's where you are right now. Here's what's happening, and I'm hoping the audience feels that we pulled that off.
Well, it's gorgeous, and I especially love the opening sequence. It's quite beautiful. Thank
Yeah,
you very
thank you,
much. Good
thank you.
luck.